What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Willie Does Wrestling back at it again with a brand new video. And what a wild 24 hours it has been in the world of professional wrestling. More specifically, 3 debuts in the world of TNA and New Japan Pro Wrestling. 2 companies that we don't cover a whole lot on this channel, and we are going to talk about all 3 of those debuts here today. Of course, Dana Brooke, Dolph Ziggler, and Jungle Boy Jack Perry. We're going to talk about all 3 of those debuts. Of course, I'm talking about yesterday. There were 2 pay-per-views, premium live events, whatever the fuck you want to call it. TNA Hard to Kill and New Japan Pro Wrestling Battle in the Valley. Let's talk about Hard to Kill first. TNA Hard to Kill was last night. The revival of TNA, of course. We also had Top Dollar, Flop Dollar make his debut. I don't give a flying fuck about that. I'm not even going to fucking talk about it. But in that show, we had a bit of a backstage sort of segment where a woman got out of a car, and it was the big debut tease. A lot of people were talking about it. It ended up being revealed to be Dana Brooke, formerly known as Dana Brooke. I think she went by like Ash by Defiance or something like that. I wanna see Dana Brooke TNA. The name was Ash by Elegance, and she was in the crowd, and she got a decent pop. She was in the crowd afterward, and that was the woman who was ultimately revealed to be the mystery woman. And I think this is a good move for Dana Brooke. I think that she could kill it in TNA. TNA has a sick women's division or knockouts division. I believe Jordynne Grace also won the TNA Women's Championship in that show as well. Oh, here we go. From Elite Rockers on Twitter. A lot has happened in the wrestling world in the past 24 hours. Naomi or Trinity has left TNA. Dolph Ziggler debuted at TNA. Top Dollar debuted on TNA. Dana Brooke debuted on TNA. Mustafa Ali and Jack Perry debuted on New Japan Pro Wrestling. The OG alternative to WWE is back. TNA Wrestling. And listen, TNA Hard to Kill, I didn't watch it, but it was a very good pay-per-view. Ash by Elegance hopefully can get a very good showing in TNA. But before we get to Dolph Ziggler or Nick Nemeth's debut, let's talk about Trinity. Of course, Trinity, after I guess she talked to the crowd and said that she is done with TNA, which is making a lot of people think that maybe we're getting the return of Naomi in the Women's Royal Rumble match or some point in WWE, which if that happens, I wouldn't really complain that much. Naomi, hopefully under the Triple H regime, can hopefully get the respect that she didn't quite get from Vince McMahon, because let's be real here, Naomi is indeed a star. She was in WWE for a long time. She was mad about her booking under Vince McMahon, which I don't blame them that much. I know like 2 years ago I was very mad that Sasha and Naomi walked out. Now I would love it if they came back. Give the women's division more flavor. Give them more star power besides just the Charlotte Flairs and the Becky Lynches and the Rhea Ripleys. Give us more women that are great, believable contenders for the women's championships. So, obviously, Naomi also left TNA. But I want to get into now Nick Nemeth, formerly known as Dolph Ziggler, coming to TNA. It was after, I believe it was the main event, where Moose defeated TNA World Champion Alex Shelley to become the new TNA champion. And then Nick Nemeth's Titantron came out. Dolph Ziggler came out and went face-to-face with Moose. Of course, a couple of weeks ago, Nick Nemeth came to New Japan and confronted their global champion, David Finlay, I believe his name was. And they had a nice little brawl hinting at that match. And now it seems like Nick Nemeth is also going to be coming after the TNA World Championship. I think Nick Nemeth is doing amazing in the indie scene, but basically TNA could be back at that level to be another alternative for WWE and AEW. It is crazy how the wrestling world is, and we are only 14 days. We're only really 2 weeks into 2024, and that is also crazy. Now, we also talked about New Japan Pro Wrestling Battle in the Valley, and that was where Jungle Boy came out. I can't name who specifically he confronted, but I do know that Jungle Boy came out. He sported like a long hair look and a beard. He kind of looked like, I think I saw on Twitter, it was like Sami Zayn from Walmart, basically. And he had his AEW contract, and he ripped it in the pay-per-view, basically confirming that Jungle Boy is no longer in AEW, and he is specifically in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So basically that could mean that either Jungle Boy got fired after the CM Punk incident, or he requested his release and it was granted. Heaven knows what happens, but at least Jungle Boy has a job, and maybe Jungle Boy, he has a bit of history with New Japan. Remember, Forbidden Door, he challenged for their world championship. Maybe you can build a story there that Jungle Boy, he's no longer that little boy anymore. He is now New Japan Pro Wrestling for life, or however long he lasts there. Jungle Boy can be good in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Of course, also Mustafa Ali is continuing his world tour. I think he called someone out for March 2024. So it's good that Mustafa Ali is continuing his world tour there. Mustafa Ali is going to kill it in New Japan Pro Wrestling. But these two promotions, TNA and New Japan Pro Wrestling, are doing waves right now. And that is something that I love to see. It is no longer just WWE and AEW. I'm honestly going to probably start checking out TNA every Thursday, because I will be real, that Hard to Kill seemed like a can't miss pay-per-view. And with the way that these promotions are going, we're going to have a shit ton of competition. We're going to have a shit ton of great wrestling every week. So if you don't like one, tune in to 3 others. You know what I mean? It's very good to see professional wrestling succeed. And that is what we love here on this channel. No matter what our opinions are of WWE or AEW, I didn't like Impact Wrestling, but now that they're TNA, it's amazing. I'm not the biggest New Japan Pro Wrestling watcher, but I felt like they're doing big waves right now. And also with the additions and debuts that we got, it's very great to see all these released talent succeed. Maybe we'll get Naomi coming back to WWE as well, which will be an amazing moment if it happens in the Women's Royal Rumble. I feel like that'd be a great thing as well. Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling is back. What was your favorite debut from last night? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on, because if there's anything else good that happens in the world of professional wrestling, this is the channel that you should tune into. And thank you so much for watching. I also dropped a new series called Title Trivia with Michael of the Drop the Mic Wrestling podcast, where I got him to try to name every WWE champion in history in reverse chronological order. So be sure to check that out to see how far he lasted. Also, if you are a wrestling content creator and you want to be a part of Title Trivia, be sure to shoot me a DM on Twitter, Twitter/WILLYMYT. So be sure to check me out on there as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been your boy, Willie Does Wrestling. I will see you in the next video. Be good, people, and peace.